Imagine if you wake up one day only to realize that you are completely alone on the earth. How would that make you feel? Would that frighten you? What would your next steps be? Welcome back to another episode of In My Head, the channel that gets you thinking about the most fascinating topics. We do things differently here at In My Head, providing captivating content structured around addressing thought-provoking questions. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on any of our mind-blowing uploads. The first thing you need to do is panic! That's right, panic! It doesn't matter how cold-hearted and brave you are, there is nothing as frightening as being completely and hopelessly alone. Especially in a situation as confusing as this one. For the next few hours or so, you'll scour your home, neighborhood, and city in hopes of bumping into someone, anyone. Eventually, you'll have to swallow that sick feeling in your stomach and admit to yourself that you are completely and utterly alone. Till then, though, you shouldn't give up, because one thing life is full of is surprises. So, you hold on to hope and drive around for a few miles, navigating carefully and with a lot of stress through roads that are clogged with empty cars, many of them crashed and on fire. You change cars frequently, and still you don't see anyone. You spot a few animals here and there, and even see a dog barking at you excitedly. Perhaps it would make a good companion, but that will mean you've given up on searching for humans. After driving for hours, a brilliant idea comes to your mind. You check the internet to confirm if everyone is really gone. The internet is silent. Your stomach grumbles, and you realize you should eat something. Though you probably don't have much of an appetite, you should start searching for supplies immediately. You walk into a nearby store and have a quick snack. Once you're done eating, you start gathering supplies. Your supplies include water, non-perishable food items you eat regularly, medications, especially prescriptions, tools and supplies, a utility knife, duct tape, etc., sanitation and hygiene, household bleach, soap, towels, etc., clothing and bedding, a change of clothes and blankets, and first aid supplies. The next step is to search for shelter. You'll be better off moving to the countryside as the city will begin to fall apart in months. Make sure you visit any local wildlife parks and zoos in your area to make sure a dangerous animal hasn't escaped. You don't want any wild animals prowling your area. You should try to identify multiple potential shelters and storage facilities for your supplies and resources. You also need to identify potential sources of supplies. What places can you get clean water from? How much fresh food is available? And what can you do to preserve it? How many grocery stores are in your area? And how long can you feed off of them? You're on your own now. You have to be responsible for yourself in a way very few humans have ever had to do in history. You have to be your own doctor, your own engineer, your own leader and follower. This means paying rapt attention to your body and your environment. With everybody else gone, electricity is now a thing of the past. There are no people to maintain it. As a result, pumping stations and treatment plants that help supply water to houses would suddenly stop working. You would be able to gain access to considerable amounts of water stored in domestic tanks, but the window of opportunity would be brief, as the water would turn stagnant pretty quickly. Luckily, there are millions of bottles of water across whatever state you're in. After a month of hard work, planning, and preparation, you have successfully turned your neighborhood into a one-man camp. You have cleared the roads to the degree that you can in such a short space of time, and you have stockpiled your supplies in a secure facility. You have rooms full of medication at your disposal, and enough books to last you a year. The loneliness and anxiety eats at you daily, but you're beginning to learn to accept it. One day, while you're performing a random task, your phone rings. It is the ISS. That's right. There have been humans on the International Space Station every day since the 2nd of November 2000. There are currently 10 astronauts aboard the ISS. These astronauts and cosmonauts are the crew of the Expedition 65 mission aboard the International Space Station. You scream for joy and shed many tears. So joyful that you are unable to speak. This is a remarkable turn of events. Or is it? Perhaps you are merely dreaming and there are no humans aboard the ISS. If that is the case, then packing supplies and building a camp might not do you any good. The human mind cannot bear a reality where other humans don't exist. If the world around you doesn't collapse, the chances are your mind will. In the case that there really are humans aboard the ISS, then you'll have to work extremely hard to rebuild humanity. Perhaps one day you'll be able to understand what caused the disappearances. And more importantly, where did everyone go? And that brings us to the end of today's video, all about what would happen if you were the last person on Earth. What part of this one interested you the most? Get involved and let us know in the comments section down below. If you enjoyed today's episode and found it interesting, make sure to leave us a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to In My Head to be kept up to date with the most exciting content as soon as it's uploaded. Thanks for watching. See you again soon in another video.